Hello, everybody. Welcome to the big show. My name is Mickey. This is Mickey in the Middle, the quintessential show for Middle Americans, about Middle Americans, why Middle Americans, what Middle America, who Middle Americans. So come on in, make yourself at home. It doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter where you're going. Just matters that you're here with me tonight, embracing your middleness. Have to excuse me. I've been eating York peppermint patties all day. It's pretty much all the food that I've got in my house. I've got some frozen stuff. I just keep forgetting to. But I also bought a very large pack of York peppermint patties, and they're addictive. I'm just saying, they're absolutely addictive. So, welcome to the big show, everybody. I hope you had a great day. We're embracing our middleness just like we do every single day on this show. We don't pay attention to the crazy people on the left or the crazy people to the right. We just try to address things that that I don't know what to do with people anymore. First of all, I can't do anything with people. I believe that people get to be as free as they want to be, and I just ask people to always be cool and be considerate of others, and to not, don't be mean. Don't do something. Here's what the deal is. If you like being naked, don't be naked around your neighbor's kids. And you go, what? You go, yeah, I believe in nudity. I believe in nudity. Uh, I've been in some places that there's nudity everywhere. There's some places in France, spaces in Spain, spaces in Germany. I've never been to a nudist colony in the United States of America, but hey, I'm all for it if anybody wants to be nude, right? But maybe not in the neighborhood. Maybe not right outside the front door in the suburbs. Maybe not inside of a train station. But I believe that you can be nude. I'm just asking everybody to be cool, man. And I'm saying that people can be whatever sex they want. They can be whatever they can have sex with whoever they want to have sex with. I'm just asking not to do it in the neighborhood. I'm asking you not to do it in the schoolyard. I'm asking you not to do it at the subway station. I'm asking you not to do it on the front steps of uh, the city. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, that might sound, but I'm a liberal, loving, freedom loving human being. And the reason I'm saying that is, yesterday we were talking about Jack Del Rio and the Washington Commanders. Dun dun dun. I don't know how you can have multiple commanders. Aren't they the Commanders? Aren't they? Isn't it Jack Del Rio and the Commanders, the Washington Commanders? There used to be the Washington Redskins. Oh, you're not allowed to say the Redskins. They were politically incorrect since 1933, and I don't know whether I'm allowed to refer to them as the Washington Redskins. When they were originally, I think when they originally started, they were the Washington Braves. I think they were the Braves. And then they went to the Washington Redskins. And then here last year, they went with the Washington Commanders. Commandants. Commanders. Yeah, they're the Washington Commanders. So, and here's the reason I'm saying that. So, do I have to change everything that I talked about them from being the Redskins, which is historically accurate, from 1933? So they were the Washington Redskins from 1933 all the way up until last year. So am I no longer allowed to refer to them as the Washington Redskins? Or am I supposed to do the politically correct thing? I'm always supposed to respond to them, or supposed to refer to them now as the Washington Commanders. Well, by the way, you're only allowed to have one commander of a Commanders, right? So is it the Commanders commander? Is that the team captain? And by the way, commander's a higher rank than a captain is. So is it the team captain of the Commanders? I mean, I'm just asking questions. And aren't we all supposed to be created equal? Aren't we supposed to all have one utopian society where nobody is better than anybody else? where there's no commanders, there's no chiefs, there's no upper echelon where I mean, are they trying to make people feel bad by saying that they're commanders and everybody else is not commanders, or are we all commanders now? And like I said, are the team captains the captains of the commanders? Because that doesn't make sense, because the commander would be commander of the captains. Or the chief of the Redskins or the Braves. Chiefs, I don't know. Here's why this is funny. Yesterday, we were talking about Jack Del Rio being fined $100,000 for comments that he made about things. And I just wanted to point out that today I'm going to share a story with you about a police constable who's going to jail for the shit that he said. So, without further ado, let's get to the Olympics. Hello, Carolyn Greggs Ledger. Holy smokes, Carolyn Gregg Ledger is on a roll with a gold medal in the Mickey in the Middle Comments Olympics. It's such a complicated word to say. String those words together. So congratulations, Carolyn, gold medal Greggs Ledger, for a gold medal performance tonight on Thursday, the June 16th. So congratulations, Carolyn. Lane at H. Calcaterra. Lane, I am so glad to see you. It was so fun to hang out and party with you this past weekend. I would just like to say it was great fun. You got a great way about your karaoke. Your style is fantastic. You sang a couple of those songs just like off the chain, telling you. So Lane, silver medal, H. Calcaterra. Congratulations on the silver medal tonight. And then Don Ledger out there in Arizona with the bronze medal. Congratulations, Don. Let's go get some sun. It's probably 89, 90, 105, 120 degrees out there in Arizona. Don Ledger coming in with the bronze medal. So there you go. And then Darla Joe Stewart Bennett just finishing just off the podium, but it's good to see you there, Darla Joe. How you doing? So, all right. Mark is doing a commander thing, a commandant thing of the post. So there you go. 98 degrees out there in Arizona. I'm telling you, that is awesome. So, and then Eric Jackson also in the house. He sends smiles, and you cannot beat that. I love that. All right. So, yesterday we talked about that, and we talked about who is handing out these punishments. And this is a story that I'm about to show you, which is specifically from the dailymail.com, which is a British newspaper. And it's right here. A police constable who was 31 years old admits that he shared racist memes and jokes mocking the death of George Floyd with friends on WhatsApp, and he is jailed for 20 weeks. He is going to jail for 20 weeks for sharing a meme or saying something that's offensive or saying something that somebody doesn't agree with that's grossly out of line. Remember when we were saying that? Hey, man, that is out of line. That's not permissible. We'll tell you what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say, and if you fall outside of the lines. But this dude is going to jail for 20 weeks. There's 4 months, 4 weeks in a month. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's 5 months. This dude is going to jail for inappropriate memes. And the government is sending him to jail. The government's sending him to jail. The government has determined that this dude has said something, has thought something was inappropriately funny. And I don't care how inappropriately funny it was or how inappropriately horrifying it was, how scary it was, how offensive, how mean, or anything else like that. The fact that the government is now setting up the boundaries in England that have said, we will determine whether your speech is acceptable or not. That makes a lot of people not want to say shit. If you criticize the Queen for saying, hey, look here, the Queen sucks, whether she does or doesn't suck, or man, the Queen is ugly, or God, the Queen is old, she needs to quit, she needs to give somebody else a chance. What is considered off limits inside of the discussion about the Queen or Parliament whether Parliament likes you, whether Parliament doesn't like you, whether they think that, listen, this doesn't even have anything to do with politics. This is social commentary, which we've been doing for years. You know what a cartoon is? A cartoon is not real. A cartoon is commentary on an event of the day, whether it is in good taste, whether it's in bad taste, whether it's horrifying, whether it's offensive, whether it is hateful, whether it is whatever. And that's what this government is trying to do. Now, yesterday we were talking about Jack Del Rio, who was a coach for the Commanders. But there are many people like Joe Biden who said, your rights are not unlimited. Your rights have got to be curtailed. Your rights are not without limits. That means as soon as they say that they're allowed to put limits on you, how much? This upsets me. This upsets me to no end. Because I also know that there's a dude up in Canada, Justin Trudeau, who also believes this, that says, you can't say what you want to say. As a matter of fact, him and Jordan Peterson went after it because the country of Canada says that if somebody wants to be called a certain pronoun, that you are compelled by the government to refer to them as the way that they want to be referred to. So if I've never met you and I've never met your 50 different friends and your 50 different friends all have different pronouns, now that shit is thrown on me to remember all 50 pronouns. And if I do not remember the 50 different pronouns per each person, then all of a sudden I can be thrown in jail by the government because that is compelled free speech. That's why Jordan Peterson and Justin Trudeau don't get along, because Canada and Canada's parliament made that true. I don't know whether it's overturned or not. But that's when the government trying to tell you what to do goes sideways. There's two examples. Number one, what's going on in Canada right now. And number two, police constable who admitted sharing racist memes and jokes. He went to jail for 20 weeks. A police constable who admitted sharing racist memes and jokes mocking the death of George Floyd with his friends on WhatsApp has been jailed for 20 weeks. James Watt was working as a probationary constable in West America Police when he sent the offensive message after a U.S. police officer murdered Mr. Floyd by kneeling on his neck for 9.5 minutes. He previously pleaded guilty to 10 counts of the offense of sending grossly offensive messages in a group chat. The former constable was sentenced to 20 weeks in prison. His name has been added to the College of Policing barred list, meaning he won't be able to work in any policing role in the country for life. So, not only are they throwing him in jail, but they're also preventing him from following any hopes or aspiration and have limited his job potential in the future. And this is the government doing this. And you go, oh, well, they'll never do that here. Yes, they will do that here. They will do this here unless people start pushing back and saying, hey, look here, this is unacceptable behavior. You are not allowed to limit free speech. You can't go, well, I find that offensive and you should be punished. You should be thrown off social media. How about if you just turn the channel and then you don't have to look at it anymore? How about if you decide that you're going to support free speech as mostly and as widely as humanly possible, and then just encourage everybody to a different point of view, or just go, that is rude and it is offensive and we should not reward that kind of behavior. That's what you do with children all the time. You go, Johnny, I'm not allowed to smack you around anymore, but how about if we just don't do that anymore, Johnny? How about if we distract Johnny and say, hey, Johnny, that's not cool, man. Next time Johnny doesn't go, no, you're still not getting it right, man. But how about if we don't beat Johnny? How about if we don't ostracize Johnny? How about if we don't throw Johnny in jail and make it impossible for Johnny to provide for his family or put food on the table? That's what they're doing around the world. They're taking away free speech rights, and that is wrong on so many levels. So therein lies the biggest problem I have with this whole free speech thing. I don't know whether I'm saying something that is acceptable or not acceptable. I don't know whether I got somebody's pejoratives right or whether their pronouns are right. I'm going to go with the best I got. I'm going to go with what I know to be historically correct. I'm going to say ma'am. I'm going to say sir. Somebody goes, I'm not a ma'am. Okay. Fine with me. Then I'm just not going to call you anymore. Well, you should call me because I'm a human being. No, that's going to be my choice, right? If you're going to treat me like shit and you're not going to respect the fact that I'm a human being too, because now we're getting to the point where everybody gets to be mean to Mickey, but Mickey is not meaning to be mean to anybody else, but they're going, oh, you're a mean son of a bitch. I'm not a mean son of a bitch. Matter of fact, I'm okay. But if you force me into your way of thinking and I don't get to think my way of thinking, I've already went over identity. You can't identify as anything else other than yourself. You are yourself. I identify as a gay, trans, black woman. You can do whatever you want, but you're still you, baby. You're still you. You can put on tattoos. You can pull out your eyebrows. You can shave your head. Put in contacts. Get hoop earrings. Trim your toenails. Let your toenails grow. You can do anything you want, but you are still you. Well, I identify as no, you don't identify as anything. You want to know why I know that? Because no matter where you go on your phone says where you are. I can go to London and I can still pull you up on your phone. I don't care how you're dressed. I don't care if you change your name. I thought about this morning. It was one of the, when you were born into a body, kind of like when you build a building and you build this building and it is what it is. The building is the building is the building is the building. That's the structure in which human beings and buildings find themselves having commonality. Now, you can paint the building. You can change the furniture in the building. You can take the floors out of the building. You can put in new floors. You can put out all the sheetrock. You can pull out the electrical. You can put in all new electrical. But the building is still the building. You can paint it. You can move a building. Have you ever seen those shows where they pick up a building and they move it? What happens is when you take a building and you knock the building down and the structure of the building is no longer there, then all of a sudden now you have destroyed the building and now it is no longer a building. You can take the parts of that building and you can take them anywhere in the world and you can distribute them throughout the world, but the building is still never the building. Even if you take the wood and you build the building the exact same way that it was, it's not the building any longer. Same way with people. The building is the building is the building. The people are the people are the people are the people. No matter what you do to the people, they are still themselves. And here's the beautiful thing about that. Just you're okay with being that. You can get tattoos, you can get makeup, you can change different parts of your bodies. You can have a butt lift, you can get face things, you can get your lips done. You're still you. You can love whoever you want to love. You can have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. It doesn't change your identity. Your identity is that. And that's okay with all of us. But when you say I want to be or I am, well that's not no. That's not true. You are you, no matter what you do. And when I say something that's contrary to that, or if I say something about George Floyd, or say something that's offensive, or if I say something that you disagree with, and all of a sudden you want to punish me, that makes you that means you a bad person. It just means that I'm trying to live my life on this planet, trying to go through there. People are going to ask me stuff, and I'm going to tell them what I think. Want to know why? Because that's what I do. I tell people what I think. And the number one thing I think that almost every single person on the planet is okay. No matter who you want to love, no matter who you want to pretend to be, you can't pretend to be anything other than yourself. Just saying. And I'm not being mean when I say that, but there are some people in the United States of America that would want to put me in jail, would want to fine me $100,000, would like to say that Mickey Spillane's not allowed to talk anymore. So we must shut him up. We're not going to allow him on the internet. They'll throw him in jail. Maybe even end my life. Ah! No way, man. So, hey, it's going to be a short show. I just wanted to come on and talk about the First Amendment. Says that, hey, free speech is something that we believe in and that we need to all have it. And then we can't end up like this person going to jail for 20 weeks because the simple fact of the matter is he has bad taste and he's an asshole. It doesn't say that you can't be an asshole. It doesn't mean that you know, just means that you don't have to be liked and people don't have to approve of you. But you shouldn't have your livelihood taken away, and you certainly shouldn't end up in jail for having an opinion or sharing bad jokes. That's what I got to say about that. And did they go back to the original artist who put all that stuff out? Did they go arrest that person? Did they go and they search the rest of the internet for everybody else that shared the meme and throw them in jail? Or was it just this one dude? See, they didn't show what the memes were. So I don't know how well that they were sent around the entire world. I don't know whether he created them or not. But even if he did, there's still freedom of speech. If I take an idea and I think that it's funny and I share it because I think that it's funny, although it might be mean or cruel or anything like that, that means that it's still probably going to be out there on the internet. And that means that whoever's out there now has the threat of going to jail for 5 weeks along with this guy. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that tonight. So without further ado, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, Mickey in the Middle, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central, right here, wherever I am, right there, wherever you are. Remember to like, share, hit the notification bell. Remember, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your comments. Thank you very much for being here. You make the show a whole lot better. You guys have a fantastic night. One other thing. I forgot to mention this. The Dow Jones snaps a 5-day skid after the biggest Fed interest rate hike since 1994. Now, that was last updated to 15th of June. Snaps a 5-day skid. Guess what happened today? Let me tell you what happened today. It snapped a 5-day skid yesterday, and today the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 741 points, and the NASDAQ Composite dropped 453 points, which the Dow Jones is now down to 29,927, which is the lowest point since before Joe Biden took office. And I'm just saying that is not good. That's bad, ladies and gentlemen. So no matter what you've heard about the good news coming about the Dow and the Fed doing anything else that they want to, yeah, we're still getting the shit kicked out of our economy right now. So do me a favor, hunker down, do the right thing. Remember to love each other and help each other out. Remember, buy an extra roll of toilet paper next time you're going to the store. Buy a couple extra cans of beans and maybe some rice, dry storage things. Set yourself up for success in the future. Who knows what's going to happen? So you guys all be good. Remember, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central, right here, wherever I am. Thanks. Like, share, hit the notification bell. I'll talk to you later. Good night, small one. I absolutely love you. See ya. Bye.